Alright folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. Little different view today. We're downtown DC. I'm not usually down this way, but anyway, today we're going to talk about a couple different ways to get your 5.7 running 11s at the drag strip. So stay tuned, folks. Alright, y'all heard it on the intro, saw it on that thumbnail. We're going to talk about how to get your 5.7 into the 11s. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. So first thing, no matter which route you go, you're going to have to get some drag radials. Whether you put them on your stock 20 inchers, which I don't recommend, or you get you some 17-inch, 18-inch dedicated drag radial rims, and get you some drag radials, because you are going to need them. You are not going to get your car in the 11s on stock tires and rims. Well, stock tires. You can get 20-inch drag radials and probably still get your car in the 11s, but I highly suggest getting a dedicated set of rims for your drag radials, so that way you can put them on at the track, and then when you're not at the track you can put your street tires back on, because you'll run through drag radials like water on the street, and they aren't cheap. They are not cheap. So no matter which of these three routes you go, you're going to need a drag radial. So that's number one. Number two, this isn't a necessity, but I highly recommend it, is if your car doesn't come with a limited slip differential, I highly recommend getting a limited slip differential. Whether it be the 309, the 370s, the 393, whichever route you want to go, definitely get a limited slip differential. Highly recommend it. You don't have to. I ran 11s without it, but I highly recommend it. So those are the two caveats there at the beginning. So I'm going to try and do this the cheapest to the most expensive. So the cheapest way to get your car in the 11s is no doubt running nitrous. Now you're gonna have to run 100, 150 shot, which is safe. 100 is safe, 150 is semi-safe for the 5.7, but you're gonna have to run at least that much to get your car in the 11s. And again, you're gonna need that drag radial, because punching nitrous, you're gonna need that grip. All right, nitrous kits, I've seen them, anywhere from $800-900 to $1,200 to $1,500. It all depends on what niceties you want to get with your kit. So if you want the heater and the remote opening the bottle, the remote heater switches, all those niceties, you're gonna be looking in that $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 range for a good nitrous kit. When it comes to nitrous, I'm not a nitrous guru. If you got nitrous questions, go to Frostbite Ram. He's been running nitrous forever. But I'm with him. I highly recommend getting the wet kit, not a dry kit. And that's just to make sure you stay safe, right? Because a dry kit just shoots straight nitrous, and then basically a wet kit combines fuel with your nitrous and is injected. They're both injected at the same time. So highly suggest if you go nitrous, get the wet kit. Okay. Nitrous will get you, nitrous in a tire will get you in those high 11s. It's going to be high 11. It's going to be like 11.8, 11.9. And you're probably, you know, depending on the weather, you're going to be running some 12s. So be prepared for that if you go nitrous. The only downfall with nitrous is, one, you got to keep refilling the bottle. That's number one. Not such a huge deal, because most racetracks carry a nitrous. So you can usually get your nitrous bottle filled up at pretty much any racetrack. The second thing is, legally, you're not allowed to use it on the street, right? So the only place you can use your nitrous is at the track. All right? I mean, you can use it on the street, but like I said, you'll be filling that bottle up quite a bit, depending on how you use it. All right? So that's nitrous. That's the cheapest way. That's the easiest way. It's a pretty easy install with that. Uh-oh. Coming up on a tunnel, folks. You know what we got to do. You know, come a tunnel, you know we got to do that, folks. That's a given. Like I said, I'm in DC. I'm in strange territory. I'm not usually down here running around, but I had to drop something off real quick, and now we're headed back to the house. But anyway, cheapest way, nitrous. The next way, both these ways are going to be pretty much the same when it comes to getting your car in the 11s. So supercharger route, depending on which route you go, and if you have a tune or not. If you don't have a tune, it's obviously going to be super expensive, which you're going to need in either of these. Whether you stay NA or you go supercharged, you're going to need a tune. So get ready to lay out some dollars. All right. So any supercharger route you go, if you don't have a tuner and a tune already, and if you got a 15 or later, get your PCM unlocked, you're looking probably in the $10,000 to $11,000 range to do any of the supercharger, whether it's a Whipple, Edelbrock, ProCharger, Vortec, you name it. Torque Storm you may get away with a little bit cheaper, which nothing wrong with Torque Storm. So Torque Storm, you could probably save yourself $1,500, $2,000 maybe, give or take. But you know, be prepared for that hefty bill. Now me, I went with my with the ProCharger, and I roughly paid, by the time I got everything, I was probably in that $7,500 range, because there's always little nitnoid things that you got to pick up. So things, you know, injectors and fuel pump, if you don't get it with the kit, be prepared. You know, if you do buy a kit, and if you don't buy everything, some of the kits you can get with everything. Other kits you got to buy the one-offs. I think pretty sure with the Torque Storm, you got to pretty much buy everything one-off. You know, then there's the intercooler, all of that stuff that goes with a supercharger. That's probably the most expensive route to get there. But what's nice about a supercharger is it's always there, right? It's always there. You can always use it. You don't have to be at the track. You know, on-demand power all the time. So that's one thing that's nice about the Procharger or Supercharger. We'll just say Supercharger in general. Vice going with Nitrous. And the last way is the way I did it. And I did a video, matter of fact, it was my first video, how to get your 5.7 into the 11s. And that's just the laundry list of modifications that I did to my car. And it's going to take just about, well, it will. It'll take every bolt-on you can imagine. So things like the cold air intake, the catback exhaust, long tube headers, either catless or high flow cats. Probably some kind of intake manifold, be it the 392 or a 6.1, or one of those intake manifolds, or a Edelbrock, or, you know, pick one. It's going to take an intake manifold. It's definitely going to take you getting a new cam, for sure. Probably ported polished heads if you want to get them polished. I got mine are just ported. So like I said, ported polished heads. Probably don't absolutely have to have them, but it'll be a good addition. And they all work together to get you into those 11s. And like I said, it's going to take also the tuner too, so don't forget your tuner. And it's going to take you getting a tune. So you need the hardware, and then you need someone to tune your car. And that's all three of them, no matter what. I should have said that in the beginning. That's another one you have to have. So tire, highly suggest limited slip differential, and you're gonna need some kind of tuner, whether it's the two main ones are Diablo and HP, and then you're gonna need a tuner person to tune the car for. And those are the three ways to get your 5.7 into the 11s, from the cheapest to the most expensive. And if you go the NA route and then go Procharger or Supercharger, I happen to go the Procharger route. If you do all of the NA mods, I mean literally all of them, and then go Supercharger, you'll be in the low 11s. Because my last run was 11.3.2 at 120. And that's with basically every NA modification you do, other than changing the compression in the engine. That's about all of them, and that'll get you into the low 11s. So there's your three ways, folks. If you're stopping in for the first time, please check out the other content on the channel. If you like what's going on with the channel, do me those few things: like, subscribe, hit that bell, shoot me a comment, and please share this on your social media. It really helps the channel out a lot. So I appreciate y'all taking some time to watch this video. I'm out of here. Adios.